Matt Bissonette, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, man. It's been a minute. Glad to be here.
Yeah, it has been a minute. But, man, first off, I just want to say thank you for coming down here. I know this was a big decision for you. You've never revealed your identity before. This is the first time it's on, and that includes 60 Minutes and a lot of big publications that wanted your story, and especially about, the Bin Laden raid and all that stuff. So, like I said, I know this was a major decision for you, and I just want to say I'm honored to be able to be the one to bring it out. Well, so thank you.
I'm only doing it here, so I appreciate it.
It's my honor. So what are we here to talk about today? We're here to talk about, you got a new book coming out, and we're going to talk about, how the DOD basically went after you unjustly for the previous book, No Easy Day, written by Mark Owen. But so we're going to talk all about that, some of the names of the people that were involved in going after you from, coming out of the darkness and trying to fuck you over. And I just want to say these are my favorite interviews to do. I as much as I hate what happened to you, we've done this with Brad Geary. We've done this with the Blackwater guys. We did this with a Canadian sniper that held the world record for the longest sniper shot. He was on the team. Who else have we done this for? Our mutual attorney, our best buddy here, Tim Parlatore, going to be making an appearance. Who else have we done this for, Tim? Eddie Gallagher. Jay Cal. So these are my favorite ones to do. Somebody with an amazing life story who's dedicated their entire fucking life to government service. And now the government's trying to fuck you over, and we get to name the names of the people that are doing it and make them and their entire fucking bloodline ashamed to ever have been associated with these pieces of shit. It's my favorite thing to do. They just want to make them
It's a crazy
hate
story.
going in public. Because so anyways, everybody starts off with an introduction. I'm excited about this shit, man. Matt Bissonette, former Navy SEAL who served with SEAL Team 6 and was part of the historic raid that took down Osama bin Laden. Author of the best-selling book, No Easy Day, under the pseudonym Mark Owen, giving the world an insider's look at the mission that took bin Laden down. Stepping into the spotlight with your new book, No Easy Way, and your YouTube channel, sharing unfiltered stories from your life and career. Consultant and executive producer for the CBS show SEAL Team, faced legal battles with the government over your writing, but you're still pushing forward with your message of resilience, family, and faith. You're a husband, a father, and most importantly, a Christian. So, once again, welcome to the show. And Matt, you've stayed under the radar for how many years has it been now?
12.
12 years.
Over 12.
You've stayed under the radar for 12 years, never revealed your identity, your face, your name, nothing. Why now?
Why now? Well, as you know, I called you to talk about my next book and possibly coming on here to talk about that book. And through that discussion, we had a real honest discussion, and you asked me some straightforward questions like, why? Why are you still doing this? You've done it for 10, 12 years. Why not? And so through the discussion with you, I thought about it, prayed about it, and said, hey, maybe it is time, right? It's been 12 years. I've fought this battle that I've been in very, very privately and very quietly to the best of my ability. Mm-hmm. And it's got me to this point. And the point was where I had to write the No Easy Way to tell this story. And so to then get this story out there and actually make sure people heard the true story and how I was treated, This is part of that journey.
So where is No Easy Way? Where are you in the process of?
No Easy Way book was submitted for government review, right?
You have to submit that one for government review?
Yes, absolutely. And any book, anybody who's signed a top secret clearance has to get any and all works reviewed. Now, is that enforced across the board? Absolutely not. They just go after who they want to. But
Yeah, didn't McCraven just do a special on this on Netflix or something? Admiral
don't get me
McCraven.
started on McCraven.
Didn't he just?
yeah.
I mean, that's way bigger. That's a Netflix thing, right? So
Sure.
he doesn't have to do it.
Yeah, I
That's an
think
admiral.
there's a double standard here
Yeah,
for
that's
some
an
of the
admiral.
leadership.
He doesn't have to do shit like that. But so hold on though. Wait, why do you have to write? Why do you have to get the next book approved by the government? Are you talking about tactics? And
It is a long story, my friend. And it's I'm telling the story of what the government did to me over my first book, No Easy Day.
oh, you have to get approval to tell the story on how the government fucked you over on your first book.
Yes.
And
And it's been 6 months.
and it hasn't been
And
approved yet.
They won't approve it. I've heard
be
nothing.
damned.
They keep slow rolling me, which to me means, right, the DOD swamp, right, that's there, wants to crush my story, doesn't want it out. And so again, that's part of the reason I'm coming on, sitting down with you here, is to start telling the story and maybe shake the tree so people hear a little bit about of what these people did do to me.
Jeez. Well, like I said, I'm excited to do this. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a life story on you, starting from childhood through your SEAL team careers into development group, and then the book and everything that happened. I know there's a lot. Well, it's basically 2 interviews in one because of the shit you're dealing with now. But before we get going, I got a couple of things to knock out for you. So I got you some gifts, Matt. Here you go. Everybody gets those.
Very excited about these. I've got a lot of people asking for these. If I got some today, they wanted me to bring and share with them. So thank you.
We'll load you up. And then every once in a while, we give one of these out on the show. So I got a buddy over at SIG. His name's Jason.
Got a good buddy over at SIG.
Yeah, he was really excited about this interview. So I thought it would be a good idea to present you with one of those. So that's the Sig Sauer
365
P365 Legion. You like that?
Oh,
do
yeah.
you already have one?
Yes, of course.
Son of a bitch. Well, now you got 2.
But the Legion
One for each of you.
is my favorite. The Legion's the duck's nuts. So thank you. I
Hey, you're
appreciate
welcome. You're welcome.
that.
And then,
Wait, I got something for you.
Oh.
Okay. Eagles and Angels. You ever heard of the brand? Started
Yeah,
by a
dude.
former Delta buddy of mine. Right, he uses our old camouflage. We donated a uniform. He cuts them out. I had these made with "In God We Trust" because I knew you were a fan. And
these are awesome.
coin.
Oh,
man.
thank you. Love it. These will go in the studio. Thank you. This is your uniform, right?
Yep.
Right on.
It's pretty cool. They do different operators, and they borrow a set of camis, they cut them up, and then they sell them, and it's kind of cool collector's items.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. And then, all right, one last thing. So I got a Patreon account. We've turned it into one hell of a community. They have supported me since the very beginning, and they're the real reason that we even get to sit down and have this discussion today. So I offer them the opportunity to ask each and every guest a question. This is from Matt Stockton. How do you keep your faith with so much opposition, and how did you find so much solidarity after war fighting?
What's the first part again? How do I keep my faith?
How do you keep your faith with so much opposition, and how do you find so much solidarity after war fighting?
I would say I keep my faith is easier to keep when I've been in the trenches, when I've been in the fight, because it's much more, I'm in the fight and I need to remember, right? Where I've had my biggest struggles is where I'm not in the fight and it seems kind of quiet and there's not a lot of stuff going on. And that's where I've struggled. So in the most emotional experiences, or when we dealt with a lot of death in the teams or whatever it was, that was where I was able to understand that my faith and there's a plan, right? Dealing with the government stuff. I was in a very, very dark, negative place. Getting out of the teams, I was in a very dark place after the way the government was treating me. And I guess I realized that anytime you're challenged in your face, it's God testing you. That's the way I looked at it, right? Was maybe God just challenged me through the whole thing that I've been through with the government to see if I was going to turn into a little bitch or not.
Yeah.
Right? Was I gonna man up and deal with this the right way, or was I gonna fold, melt, and become somebody I wasn't proud of? And so,
Right on, man. Well, you definitely didn't fold.
so it's been a long fight, man. It's been a long fight. I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I got a payment plan for the next 15 years.
Tell me about that. So give me a brief snapshot of what happened.
Okay, we're jumping all over here. You want to jump in where the book?
No,
where we
yeah,
go?
we're gonna go. Just a brief snapshot of what you're going through. Let's say 90 seconds or less, and then we'll cover that in detail when we get to it.
I've been fighting my own government for 12 years.
You wrote a book on the Bin Laden
I wrote
raid.
No Easy Day, right? The government immediately came after me for writing that book without a pre-publication review process being done. They came after me legally with unlimited attorneys for a whole bunch of time. Ultimately, they said, hey, look, there's nothing classified in the book. We just want all the book money back. Well, I had spent $1.5 million of that book money on my lawyer fees defending myself against these baseless accusations. And in the end, the government said we want it all back. So I gave them all the money the book money that I had left. And they said, look, you're still missing 1.5. We want that back too. So I sued my attorney. I won, went back to the government with a winning malpractice case saying, hey, I'm relied on the advice of counsel to publish my book without a review. I know the government didn't want to look at this, but I sued my attorney and won. Will you relook at this case? They said, no. I said, well, I can't pay you $1.5 million in 3 years. Give me some sort of payment plan. And so they said, give us all the money your malpractice suit made, your winning malpractice suit, and then they put me on a payment plan. So I pay $3,800 a month for the next 15 years. They said if I miss one payment, they'll charge me back taxes and come after me again. I only served for 14 years, right? I served for 14 years. I got a plaque with my name misspelled when I got out, right? One T in Matt. But yet they want me to pay back more money than I ever would have made in my service for longer than I ever served. I only served for 14. I got a 15-year payment plan. So that and the story behind that is what I wrote about in No Easy Way. That's the story that the government's trying to slow roll in the review process right now. And it's the reason that I'm sitting here with you now is so I can start sharing this story a little bit more publicly. I've been very private about it. I've just tried to duke it out with them the best way I could through the legal system, and it's got me to here.
Holy shit.
So here we are.
Matt, we got to talk about how to set up a better straw man, Mark Owen.
Yeah, the Mark Owen,
easy to find.
The Mark Owen name didn't last more than 2 seconds, and it was actually a Fox News producer, like one of their online producers, who actually ran my real name.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fox News. Never would have guessed that, but okay. It was an online producer. So, right, it's pretty easy to find people's home addresses online these days, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Figure that out.
So I've got some friends that they set up a whole bunch of online personas if somebody's trying to find me. And all of the home addresses that are linked to my fake accounts are all that Fox News producer's home address.
Oh, that's fucking genius. Nice work. Nice work. I do one other question before we get in the life story. Why did you, I mean, another famous SEALs come out, about this raid, Rob O'Neill, everybody knows. I'm just curious, why did you decide to conceal yourself? When you came out, when you wrote the book, when you did, 60 Minutes did a piece on you. They did it, probably a better disguise than you've ever seen throughout your entire fucking career. Definitely throughout my career, I've never seen a disguise that well done. It was like Hollywood production.
It was
wild.
It was Hollywood level makeup people that came out and did it. But to answer your question, I was a kid I grew up reading books. I grew up reading books about the community. That's why I wanted to join. I read books about the SEALs in Vietnam. Boom. Had my service. I knew the president had authorized the movies and the books, right? I knew all of that was happening, right? 3 weeks after the Bin Laden mission, we go to Leon Panetta's retirement ceremony from Lang.